Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. From all indication, Peter Obi is still not out of the wood yet. They did promise him propaganda in full measure, and yes, it has begun already. Some days back, it was a case of a doctored audio leak between a call that they allegedly claimed that he made with the Winners Chapel General Overseer Bishop David Oyedepo, which he has debunked a long time ago. And it didn't stop there. They went ahead and also talked about this issue of him being arrested, or better still, detained rather, and later released due to the outcry Nigerians made, or those who are his supporters made in Heathrow Airport, United Kingdom. Right now, Peter Obi seemed to get another knock, but I would say in all of this that like some persons will say God passed them. Well, let's find out what it is they are up against with Peter Obi, and the fact that Peter Obi and Labour Party seem to be just a step ahead of them in all of this drama. Before we go into the news proper, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, an appeal filed. There was an appeal filed by the Allied People's Movement. I take that again. The Allied People's Movement, known as APM, seeking the disqualification of the presidential candidate of the Labour Party (LP). Peter Obi has been dismissed by the Court of Appeal sitting in Abuja. What report has it that APM, which is Allied People's Movement, was seeking to disqualify Obi from the presidential election held on February 25th, 2023. In the appeal marked CA/ABJ/1414/2022. The party had approached the court contending that the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) ought not to have recognized Obi as a valid candidate for the presidential polls. Well, APM said this was in consideration of the time Obi defected from People's Democratic Party (PDP) to the Labour Party. The party argued that the period of Obi's defection for the purpose of contesting the presidential election was in violation of Section 77, Subsection 2 and Subsection 3 of the Electoral Act 2022. They also argued that before Obi's defection to the Labour Party (LP), the party had already sent a list of its registered members to INEC, Independent National Electoral Commission. According to the appellant, Obi lacked the right to be recognized as the Labour Party presidential candidate because his name was not on the list of the party members that was submitted to INEC. Now, APM further argued, or better still, they further urged the court to set aside the Federal High Court judgment, which dismissed the suit it filed to challenge Obi's candidacy. In a unanimous decision by a 3-member panel of justices, the appellant court said there was no merit in the appeal filed by APM. Now, I don't like the way this whole thing is dancing. They did the first one, Federal High Court. They said there has no merit. In fact, they trashed it. This guy, so that's sometime in 2022 when Obi had already gotten the mandate from Labour Party, of which INEC cleared him. Because in all of this, if INEC didn't clear him, won't we even be where we are today? INEC cleared them. They just woke up, God knows when, and filed a court injunction on that. Now, the Federal High Court trashed it, say it lacks merit. Now, they didn't stop there. They now took it now to appeal court. Now they've also trashed it. And they trashed it. Even the appellant court have trashed it. Now, gradually, before you know it, I don't even know if these guys are just sponsored. God knows if they were sponsored for just that purpose. That peradventure, if Peter Obi finally gets his mandate, they will now use that small that does not make sense. Because in all of this, the umpire, which is Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), had the final say in that matter to either justify if Peter Obi ought to have run or not. And if they have cleared him, that means he's good to go. Why are they bringing up the matter? Why didn't they bring up the matter then? And why did INEC clear him if they knew that he was not a threat? Or maybe they didn't know he was going to be a strong contender until now. It is now an issue, because now they keep saying that it's a pre-election issue which was trashed. Now, if there's a pre-election issue and it has been in court before now, the next thing they're looking at is probably taking it to Supreme Court. See, See, this matter is not something that they should. You see, the issue of his candidacy, whether it's true or not, they shouldn't even contest it, because the truth be told, it has been cleared. Forget that particular matter. Instead, look at other issues. Now, but let's look at what Nigerians are saying, because indeed Nigerians are reacting to this, and that reaction is, bringing a lot of contention. This one here says there really was no merit. They should be fined for wasting the time of the court. Yes, please, they should fine them. Another person here saying APM Nadomo. What are people saying? Another person say APC distractions are paid propaganda. Some persons still believe that there is a hand. There's the body of Esau and the hand of, or better still, the hand of Esau and the voice of Jacob here talking. That there's similarities, though it looks as if it's Esau, but the hand of the voice of Jacob is at the background. Another person here says, what we want to hear is that Obi had been declared winner of the presidential election. Wow. Another person here saying, never. It's like hallucinations are in your DNA. Another person is APC sponsor. Nigerians, some persons, in some of these comments, you keep hearing things like they see the hands of APC here. Another person here says just the beginning of victory. But in all of this, I thank God that again the appellant court have also trashed it. Okay, so that they will not, because the truth be told, except the judges are not Nigerians, and of course they are Nigerians. They can feel the pulse of Nigerians. They can see and feel the tones of Nigerians. Nigerians came out and mass to vote, and I think, for once, if you ask me personally, this is the time for them to make history for good. It's not just Nigerians watching, Africans are watching. Other African nations who would love to take a cue from Nigeria making a good comeback is also watching. Even the world is watching, because the truth of the matter is, whatever the outcome of this whole judgment is, it will determine to a great extent how Nigeria will turn out. For the better, for the worse, everything is actually on the table of the judiciary. But whatever the case is, however way they want to turn this case, please, they should not even consider expunging or rubbishing the candidacy of Peter Obi, because that will not even, it won't all go well. If you check the flow, Peter Obi is loved by many. You can't deny that is not propaganda. No matter what the media persons of APC would say, Peter Obi is not propaganda. Peter Obi is genuinely loved. Even if you don't want to believe, go check some of the places he enters unannounced, or they just mention Peter Obi. You just see. In fact, one of the finest that ever gave me pimples was during the 1 year anniversary of Soludo, Professor Charles Soludo, the present day Anambra State Governor, when he had 1 year to review 100 days in office. And I think 1 year, 1 year in office, and he started doing reviews on how far he has gone and all that. When Peter Obi entered, you could see they left him standing while they recognized Peter Obi. That's to tell you that the love is organic and it is genuine. You can't deny that. So whatever way they want to do this, please, the candidacy of Peter Obi should not even be tampered with. That's going to wrap it up. Good one for trashing out this whole thing. Indeed, it still stands. Let's move to that.